Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. Today, I'm here to bring you a wig review in partnership with the Wig Company. This is KYLIE in the color K63, which I believe is called Burnished Brown on their website. KYLIE is a long, very full wig with lots and lots of styling potential. If you want to know more about KYLIE, then stick around. I'm going to tell you all about her. I would like to thank the Wig Company for sending KYLIE to me so I would have a chance to check her out, learn all about her, and share her with all of you. If you're not familiar with the Wig Company, I highly encourage you to check them out. They've been around over 50 years. They have major name brands such as Estetica and Gabor, but they also have their own house brands. There are 3 of them, and they are budget friendly. So you can find just about anything you're looking for at the Wig Company website. Their address is thewigcompany.com. I will put a link in the description to this exact piece. All right, you guys, let's take a look at this one from all sides. This is a full wig. We are talking high density. So this has a lot of hair. So if you are looking for a piece that is going to be so awesome to style, I cannot wait to talk about styling. This could be a great one to consider. Now, it has a ton of hair. I really don't think I can over exaggerate how much hair this has. It does have a lot of hair, but it doesn't have a lot of permatease. So there is a coating of permatease on the cap. This does have a basic cap, otherwise known as machine made. And I can feel permatease when I put my fingers in, but it's just a thin coating of it. It is not heavy permatease. There is just a little bit of a bump it right there. But other than that, there is no poofy, pillowy permatease anywhere on this. So if you want full hair, you like a big thick head of hair, but you're not really a fan of the big poofy, pillowy, nesty permatease, you might consider this one because it doesn't have all of that on the top. As you can see, it has a ton of layers. So it's a heavily layered piece, and then the whole top section here is all short. So you've got sort of a bang area. The bangs are just slightly too long to be a full bang on me, but really easy to trim up if you want full bangs straight across. And then you've got these shorter layers, a little bit longer layers. I mean, it's like layered all the way down the whole piece. Now this does have curls, and you know, if you go to the website and you look at the manufacturer photos, there's 2 different models modeling 2 different colors, and the curl pattern is different on both of theirs. And mine is a little bit different as well. So you've got some really soft waves, like you took a big barrel curling iron, put some curls in, and then brushed them out. But then you've also got some of these interesting, like crimpy kind of fibers. It's kind of like a curl pattern that doesn't know what it wants to be. I do think this might have some box hair, and I did my best to try to get rid of the box hair, but I think if you got a different piece, your curl pattern is probably going to look a little different. I do think this could be a great Tip Tuesday wig. There's so much I could do to show you how to work with a wig maybe that isn't perfect out of the box. So stay tuned for that. I am definitely going to do a few things with this wig in a Tip Tuesday because you know I just want to teach you everything I can to work with your wigs, be confident with your wigs. What else can I tell you before I show you the inside of the cap? So the fibers on this one are on the drier side. They feel really good. They don't feel like doll hair, but they are a little bit dry, which I think actually helps with the realism and helps it so that it's not so shiny. Sometimes those really silky wigs are actually a little bit shiny, and this one I don't feel is terribly shiny, but it definitely has some body. Let's take a look at this cap. I actually have a wig grip on, which I don't normally wear. and I forgot that I had the wig grip on, so I pulled it off. Because I'm going to do some styling, I won't be able to do the styling without a wig grip to hold the wig on my head. So what we have here is we have a basic cap, machine made, open ear tabs, an open extended nape, and Velcro adjusters. You know, the Wig Company has really nice caps. I really like their caps. Let me just readjust this wig grip so I can put this one back on for you guys. So I don't normally wear wig grips with my wigs, but a basic cap wig, sometimes that really does help secure it. And this one is running, I would say it's running a generous average. I think it's definitely going to fit anyone up to a 22.5 circumference easily. Maybe even bigger than that, because it definitely has a lot of really good stretch. And I have this cinched in just a little bit. Let me show you that stretch. Really good stretch. And I have it cinched in just a little bit. And it's fitting me really well with this wig grip. Sometimes I find wig grips make a wig feel a little bit, see just how I worked through it while I was talking to you guys. So if you are not confident with your wigs, you will get so good at putting them on, you won't even have to think about it. A wig grip sometimes makes a wig feel too tight, but this one is feeling really comfortable with a wig grip. So I really appreciate that. All right. So we talked about density, high density. Not very much permatease. The fibers feel really good, a little bit on the drier end. Layers, you can tuck this one. So much that you can do with this. The only thing right now that I'm concerned about really is the box hair that I think this particular piece has. I really think if you were to purchase one of these, you can't expect it to look exactly like this. I've just seen too many variations in this piece. So what I would recommend that you do is, if you really like what you see and you want to purchase one, I would just be real cautious out of the box. They have a great return policy for their house brand wigs. So if you got one and it seemed like it had a ton of box hair and you weren't ready to deal with that, you could always send it back and exchange it for another one. I bet you the curl pattern would be different on that one. But I am going to show you how to work with it. So these are under $100, and I know that this is one that you can make really cute. So if you're willing to work with a wig and you like what you see, then just know that I'll be doing some Tip Tuesday segments on this. All right, let's do some styling, and then I'll talk about this color. So first of all, because of these layers, I think this is going to be an awesome ponytail wig. As a matter of fact, I don't really personally need another wig in my collection. I've got plenty, but I am debating about whether or not this could be a great ponytail wig for me because of the layering and the density. It's just going to make a really nice ponytail. Okay, so I pulled it all back. Now you're going to have to adjust it on the bottom to make sure that your bio hair isn't showing. I'm not being really meticulous about this ponytail, but when you put it up, you just kind of pull that hair down in the back or pull some of your own bio hair out to blend. But once you get it back in the ponytail, then you just start sort of messing it up, maybe pulling some of these pieces that are shorter out, because that helps with realism. So if I pull them out and then I tuck them so that they kind of frame my ears, what that does is it makes a little messy hair down there, and it really helps hide where the cap meets your head if you have any blending issues. This cap fits me so well, and I get such amazing coverage. Look at how the coverage I'm getting on this, you guys. You cannot see my bio hair right there. That is rare. So this is really just one of those, you're just going to be able to do a lot with it. You can do it in a pony. You could take it and put it in a braid. It is absolutely long enough to put it in a nice kind of thick braid. You can take this and you can put it in a half up, half down if you wanted to, and keep some of the hair down. You could, I love doing messy updos with a claw clip, which I didn't bring in with me, but I will demonstrate for you guys. So you kind of pull it back, and then you do a twist with it. See how I twisted it? Kind of tug it down in the back in case you're shifting it up, and then you just stick a claw clip right there. Take the hair and sort of arrange it around the clip, and now you have a super cute updo. That's one of the reasons why I thought, you know what, even though this has some box hair, and I don't know if that box hair is making this super flattering as it's down, the styling options with this are so amazing. One more, hat. We're getting into winter now. It's coming. It's only fall, but winter's going to be here before we know it. And I know people are always looking for great wigs to wear with hats. And a budget-friendly wig like this is so awesome because then you could dedicate it as a hat wig and you don't have to worry about damage or anything because you didn't pay a ton of money for it. So you're just going to have to work with it. This might not have been the best hat to bring, but you just arrange it so you could leave the bangs kind of side swept a little bit if you want them to show up. If you have a little bang that's showing, you could pull the bangs all the way back and pull the hat down enough that you can't see them. This could be such a fun hat wig because of the fullness and the curls. I mean, how cute is that? And just any kind of hat would be perfect with this. I just think it's adorable. So if you're looking for a wig for styling, for ponytails, for updos, for wearing with a hat, and the great thing about that is, let's say you wear a hat with it and you go somewhere where you're going to be inside for a while and it's hot in there and you want to take your hat off, run to the bathroom, take your hat off, fluff up the hair. It's not going to have hat hair like bio hair will get, and you're good to go. Maybe have a pony with you so that if you don't want to wear it down like that, go to the bathroom, take it off, fluff it up, and then throw it back into a ponytail. I love a good designated hat wig that's a real hat wig that doesn't have hair on top. But the drawback to those is you can't ever take the hat off. A wig like this, you could totally take the hat off. Anyway, let's talk about color. Hopefully you got all the details you needed to know about this one if you were curious. Let's talk about color. Burnished brown. The number is K63. I don't really know how they came up with that color code, but this is a beautiful, rich brunette. It's so beautiful. It's a dark, I would consider this a medium dark brown. And then you've got these beautiful golden brown sort of highlights. It's blend. Let me take it off because it's sometimes easier for me to describe it as I'm looking at it. It's blended really well. There's this kind of golden brown blend through it. So it's not really highlighted, but it's just rich. It's a rich, chocolatey, bright brunette. I wouldn't really consider that what's running through it auburn. Maybe, but it's really more golden. I wouldn't consider this to be pulling a lot of red. It's just a rich, chocolatey brown with some golden highlighting that's blended very well. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, you guys. It is just this rich brown. I mean, honestly, that's all I can say. It's rich looking, like wealthy, rich looking. It's so pretty. I'm going to go outside so that you can see this color outside. Even though I'm in my bedroom and I'm in a window with a lot of natural light, I think an outside look will help you guys. I think I may have forgotten to do the out of the box on this one. I can't remember now. I've had this one for a while. So if I have an out of the box, I will show it to you. But what you're seeing here is pretty much out of the box. I shook it out. I did comb it out really well, but I didn't put any product in this. I didn't do any kind of modification to it whatsoever. And so what you're seeing is pretty much what was out of the box with combing. Okay, guys, let me get outside and show you this outside. Thank you so much, the Wig Company, for sending me this so I could show it to everybody. And stay tuned for a future Tip Tuesday where I'll work with this one a little bit more because I think there's a lot of potential here. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's go outside. All right, you guys, here we are outside. This is a beautiful brunette. I love this color. You can see how well blended it is. Try to get this over here. I really want you guys to be able to get a good look, so I'm going to stand still. All right, I hope that helped. I hope that gave you a good sense of just the richness of this brunette. Not really much in the way of red tones. I would say that what you see here brightening it up is more golden than auburn, but just gorgeous. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, I am here with the out of the box for KYLIE. So I've tried KYLIE on. I already know that she's got bad box hair and that we're gonna have some work to do to make her look good. So let's get her on. These fibers feel so soft. Wow. You know, there's nothing like a good wig out of the box for fibers, and you just know they're not going to feel that way forever. All right, guys. This is the out of the box. It's not the best looking wig I've ever seen out of the box, for sure. She definitely has box hair because she's got these really pretty curls and she's so long and has so much hair. This is a big full head of hair. She's really dense. You know, she's really packed in that box, and it wasn't a huge box. So of course this is going to get compacted and there's going to be box hair to deal with. So what you're going to do is you're going to get it out of the box and you're going to try to decide, do I want to keep this wig or not? You can't do anything to it until you make that decision. And so what you're going to do is you're going to assess the cap fit. Does the cap fit me? Is it comfortable? Could I wear this all day? I will say this one's feeling a little snug on me. I'll have to take a look at that in the main part of the review. Do I get good enough coverage for the styles that I'm looking to do, you know, covering my bio hair? Do the fibers feel good? Do I like the way that the fibers feel? And then it's like, okay, overall style. Can I envision what this style could become? Because when it's got bad box hair, it can be really, really hard to know. So you're assessing length, you're assessing density, you're assessing permatease, you know, sort of all those things. And then you might go, okay, all of those check the boxes for me. There is a bit of risk when you've got bad box hair that you might not be able to remedy it fully, but you have lots of tools at your disposal. You've got water, you've got time, just hanging upside down or hanging on a wig head. Time will help that. Products, you can always use styling products. If it's a long wig, you can always do updos if you can't quite get things to work out right. Maybe the density, the volume just doesn't, you know, spring back the way that you're hoping that it will. You can always also use a hot airbrush, and I've shown this in previous videos. If it's a wig like this with bangs, and if the bangs just aren't working for you, maybe they've got a cold crimping or cold setting from laying in the box, so they're laying funny, and no amount of water, shaking, and time fixes that, then you can use a hot airbrush. And I have shown that in a previous video. It works wonders in getting some cold crimping handled. So once you've done all that, then next thing is you're gonna start to mess with it. Now, a lot of times I don't comb out curly wigs. I don't feel I have any option with this one. I have to comb this one out. The way that it's got box hair and compacted, I just have to. So, and this one's not super tight curls, so I think I think this one's going to respond fine to being combed out, and I can always put some water in and scrunch it back up. So that's one of the first things I'm going to do. And look at how nice the comb runs through these fibers. This is the first time I've ever combed it. I'm not feeling any tangles. I mean, maybe a little bit kind of right here at the nape. Actually, I might have just been hitting cap, not tangle. And just the fibers feel so good. And then I'm going to want to shake this one out. Now, because this one's really long, I'm not going to go crazy with the shaking out like I do with shorter wigs, where I say, you know, shake the tar out of it. I don't want to do that because I will kind of start to create tangles because the hair's so long. But can you see that density of that hair? If you like full wigs with a lot of hair, this one definitely fits the bill. And because this one has permatease at the cap, and it's a basic cap, I'm also going to get in there at the cap, and I'm going to start combing the hair fibers away from the cap because I need to lift them up off that permatease so you can't see it. Because you could see it right out of the box, but it's already responding really well. So kind of comb it at the permatease in all directions because you're just waking it up. You know, you're lifting those fibers up. This has, actually, for the amount of hair this has, really light permatease up there. But there has to be a little bit because there's got to be something to disguise where the hair fibers have been tied into the cap. All right, let's get it back on and see how much that helped. So it definitely helped some. I've still got some questions about the hair up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this one with water, just kind of a little bit right around here, do some scrunching, and then hang it upside down. I really think that's going to be enough, just a little bit of time out of the box. This is a cute one. Wow, this one actually reminds me of a Studica Mackenzie. All right, so let's get all of that handled, and I'll tell you what I did in the review.